Hello world, it is Thursday, January 5th, 2023, and looking out the window at Defiance. It's kind of overcast right now. It's about freezing, low 30s, and I think the high is supposed to be 40, and even a chance of some mixed precipitation, I understand, for this afternoon. Maybe a little snow. The devotion for today is entitled Not Unique by Quinn Caldwell. Quinn bases the devotion upon the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 1 and verse 14, New Revised Standard Version. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh and lived among us. And Quinn writes, Matthew wants to convince you that Jesus is descended from Abraham by way of a lot of interesting saints and scallywags. Luke goes further, all the way back to Adam. John, who always has to do the most, goes, cue movie voice over voice, all the way back to the beginning of time. Nothingness, then a tiny point of light, then galaxies whirling into the void, pink and purple clouds expanding beyond imagination, stars growing and exploding and disappearing as they hurtle along. And after an age, or 1,000, whatever it was that was there watching when there was nothing to watch, begins to move toward one spinning blue dot. Faster and faster, warp speed, streaks of light, full plaid, until it gets to the Earth, enters geosynchronous orbit, hears the words, "Let it be with me according to your word," descends, enters. John's always so over the top, and why not? Just because it's cinematic doesn't mean it didn't happen. And also this. And also, is this actually making any claims for Jesus that can't be made of you? Don't get me wrong. Elsewhere, John absolutely makes claims for Jesus he wouldn't make for you or me. But this part, about the power that was there at the beginning showing up on earth, climbing into a body made of history and the stuff of the universe, is that actually different in any meaningful way from your own birth? Some stories matter because they're about unique people. Some stories matter because they're about everybody. And Quinn's prayer. For the utterly cosmic miracle that each one of us is. Thank you. Amen. Oh, a couple things, lots of things went through my head thinking about this devotion. One is a comment, and I can't remember who made it, that we are actually made of stardust, that because the earth was formed from the dust of stars coalescing and gathering together, and we come from the earth and have our part of the earth, that we are in a sense stardust. So some of the things Quinn says about us going back to the very beginning, to the Big Bang, if you will, is true of us as much as it is of Jesus. I think it was the main thing that really struck me with thinking about that. And the other is the way the different Gospels show beginnings, or don't, because Mark doesn't really even show a beginning. I think Mark just starts with John the Baptist and Jesus appearing. There's no reference in Mark about Jesus' birth or his childhood at all. And there's lineages in Matthew and in Luke, and there's different names in the two. So what does all that mean? Does it have to be factual to be true? Or is it simply just telling a story, trying to get to a certain point, or maybe just appealing to a certain group of people to get them interested in the story? I don't know. But I do think that with John going all the way back to the beginning, I had never thought of it in the way that Quinn approached it, that this is our story as well. And in more ways than one, we are siblings with Jesus. And we are part of God. If you believe that God created the universe and created all that is, we go back even to there. Hope that gives you a lot to think about today. And it is Thursday. Got a lot of things going again this weekend. And so I'm not sure I'll do a devotional, but I hope you'll join us on Sunday for worship, either in person or on Facebook Live. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And if it is snowy this afternoon, be careful if you go out.